So I can see we've got the new Addict here. Can you tell me a few things about it?
Yeah, so the Addict Gravel was due an overhaul. There's a big demand for bigger tyres, so what we've got on here are some Schwalbe 40mm tyres, but this bike will actually, we spec it with a 45mm tyre. So with a 45mm tyre geometry, what we needed to do was drop the BB a fair bit so that you've still got a lot of control. And we've gone fully integrated at the front end, like on the Addict RC. You can see there, no hoses or cables on show. That's easy when you've got SRAM access, but if you were building it with mechanical as well, all the cables would go inside the handlebar, inside the stem, down into their tube and then out to the next. It's an aero seat pin, same as on the Addict RC, and in fact all the measurements for this frame when it comes to stiffness are exactly the same as on an Addict RC, so BB and headset stiffness, so they've really gone to town on it.
Awesome. So what styles of riding do you use this for? Have you used it for any races or anything like that so far?
Yeah, I rode a cross race on it. I was slightly challenged by the fact that it was a UCI race and I was restricted to 33mm wide tyres, which meant they were pretty low on the profile there, so it was a little bit different in the corners. I had to make sure my feet were in the right place. But anybody riding any normal league cyclocross race, you can run 40mm tyres like this and the bike will handle perfectly. With that BB as well, what we did was we made the top tube, effective top tube length 10mm longer, and we spec a 10mm shorter stem.
Awesome.
And yeah, one of the main differences with the fork, you've got this really nice design crown here, and we've now got a 50mm fork rake so that the slightly shorter stem keeps the steering really active.
Awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about the handlebar on this bike? It's standing out quite a bit.
Yeah, so we've got a different flare. We're actually looking at the Crescent IC SLX. It's got a shallower drop, so we've got a 115mm drop instead of a 125. It's shorter in reach and it's completely integrated into one piece. You can mount all sorts of things to here. You can mount your Garmin lights. You could light a mount under your Garmin as well, so you can have a GoPro using a GoPro mount. Loads and loads of options and super lightweight. We offer this handlebar. This bike wouldn't normally come with a bar like this. It normally come with a two-piece version, which is a semi integrated option, and the hoses and gear would come out through the tape here and go into the stem. So it's really quite neat and easier for the general rider. Just must point out that we're looking at a colour here, that this is a custom paint job, so this red colour isn't available. But if you look at the range on our website, or on your website, on the Jay's Cycle Shack, you'll see something like the Addict Gravel 20 with an amazing deep metallic purple with the same group set. So there's 4 bikes in the range on the Addict, and this is the only one with the one-by system, so you're looking at our new chain catcher here. If you look at the other 3 bikes that have all got double chain sets on the front, this plate removes here and the front neck just mounts on there.
Awesome. So, is there any of the key features that you'd like to talk about this bike?
Lots of options for mounting, so you can see you can put a bottle cage here. There's 2 options for your bottle cage mounting here, and the reason for that is depending on what bags you want to put on for maybe a bikepacking overnight stay. There's also mounts here for whatever you want, bottle or bag, and there's also even one here, so there's 2 more bottle mounts there. Yeah, it's such a versatile bike. Like I said, you're looking at it with 40mm tyres. At the same time, you know, you could use this in the winter as well, so you could fit our dedicated Syncross guards. They bolt onto these flanks here. So what's really nice is when we're not using these here, we've got really nice rubber grommets that just blank off. So mud guards up to a 40mm tyre, maximum 45mm tyre 700C, and a super versatile fun bike with that longer top tube and that fork rake as well. You'll notice that there's less toe overlap and great fun.
Awesome. One last thing, so running gear on this bike, I've noticed that the chainring on the front's pretty much as big as the cassette on the rear. How are you finding this type of gearing?
Yeah, it means that I can sort of blast on the canal on the road, and I could also go up some pretty steep climbs in the Peak District. Previously, I'd either be running a 33 cassette, which was the maximum from SRAM, and the only other way to make a bike more versatile previously was to make it a mullet setup using the mountain bike back end. But what's really nice is to be able to use the new Rival Explore group set, which I've got to say, those new levers feel amazing. I think they even feel more comfortable than the Force.
Awesome.